Hi, welcome to video lecture series on CS22076 server-side programming. Today we are going to learn about global variables, a type of built-in variables available in PHP. Super globals were introduced in PHP 4.1.0 and are built-in variables that are always available in all scopes. Some predefined variables in PHP are known as super globals. These variables are always accessible from anywhere in your script, whether it is inside a function or class or file, without needing to pass them in or declare them as global. $globals, $_server, $_request, $_post, $_get are some of the examples for super global variables. Globals is a array that contains all global variables. Global variables are accessible from any scope within a PHP script. Variables defined in the outermost scope are automatically considered global and can be accessed from anywhere, including inside the functions. However, to use a global variable inside a function, you must either declare it as a global using the global keyword or access it through the globals array. We will see how to use the global variables inside a function in a short while. Now we will see how to access the global variable inside a function. Let us consider the given code. The first line declares a global variable $x and 75 is stored in it. It is defined in the global scope. Then we define a function called myFunction. Inside the function, we want to access the global variable $x. Normally, variables declared outside a function are not directly accessible inside the function. But here, we use the $globals superglobal array to access it. $globals is a superglobal array in PHP. It stores all global variables with the variable names as keys. So, globals x within square bracket gives the value of the global variable $x. Then we are calling the function using the function name with the empty parentheses. Inside the function, it prints the value of x global variable, which is 75. In PHP, you get nothing or an error when referring to a global variable without the globals syntax. You can also refer to global variables inside the function by defining them as global with the global keyword. Let us consider the given code. In the given code, the first line declares a global variable $x and assigns it the value of 75. It is defined in the global scope. Then we are defining a function called myFunction. Inside the function global $x, this tells PHP to import the global variable $x into the local function scope. Without this line, the function would not have access to the global $x. After declaring global $x, the function can now use the same $x defined outside. Then echo statement will output the value of the global $x, which is 75. MyFunction is the function call which calls the MyFunction. Inside the function, it echoes the value of x global variable, which is 75. Now we will see about server global variable. The $_server superglobal in PHP is an associative array that contains information about the server and the execution environment for the current request. It provides information about request headers, paths, and script locations. Let us see some of the examples of how to use the server global variable. $_server php_self within square bracket returns the file name of the currently executing script relative to the root directory. Then dollar underscore server underscore name within square bracket returns the host name of the server from server configuration file or DNS record. Then dollar underscore server http underscore host within square bracket returns the host header from the current request, similar to server underscore name, but comes from the actual http request sent by the browser. Then dollar underscore server http underscore referrer within square bracket returns the URL of the page that referred the user to the current page. Then dollar underscore server http underscore user underscore agent within square bracket returns information about the browser and operating system the client is using. Then dollar underscore server within square bracket script underscore name returns the path of the current script, similar to php underscore self. Next, we will see about post global variable. In PHP, dollar underscore post is a super global variable used to collect data sent through HTTP post method, typically from HTML forms. Post is an associative array that stores key value pairs, where the keys correspond to the name attributes of the form elements and the values are the data entered by the user. To understand the working of post variable, let us consider the HTML file form1.html given here. The HTML page contains a form. The form contains a text field and a submit button. When a user clicks the submit button, the form data is sent to a PHP file specified in the action attribute of the form tag. In the action file, we can use the $_post variable to collect the value of the input field. Next, we will see about the demo_request.php, which is a action file will be executed when this form1.html data is submitted to the server. In the action file, we can use the $_post variable to collect the value of the input field by specifying the name as shown here. $_post fname within square bracket will have the value of input field of HTML form is assigned to $name, which is then displayed through echo statement. Then we will see about get global variable. In PHP, $_get is a super global associative array that is used to collect data sent to the current script through the URL query string or a HTML form. There are two main ways to send variables through HTTP GET method. First one is query strings in the URL and the second method is through HTML forms. A query string consists of data appended to the end of a URL. Now we will see how to get the form data using get global variable. The HTML page given here contains a form. The form contains two text fields and a submit button. When a user clicks the submit button, the form data is sent to a PHP file specified in the action attribute of the form tag. In the action file, we can use the get variable to collect the value of the input fields. Next, we will see about the demo_request.php, which is a action file will be executed when this form data is submitted to the server. The form fields are sent to the PHP file with your input as query strings. A sample of query string is shown here. In the action file, we can use the get variable to collect the value of the input fields by specifying the name as shown here. $_get name within square bracket and $_get email within square bracket will have the value of the input field of HTML form is assigned to $name and $email, which is then displayed through echo statement. Let us summarize what we have learned in this video lecture. We have learned what is global variable and how to create them. We have seen how to access the global variables inside the function. Then we have seen super global variables such as server, post, and get to access the details of server, post, and get request details respectively. Thank you.